Hey, good morning, everybody. Scott here with SOS Kettlebell, bringing you another workout today. So today we'll be using our body weight and a single kettlebell like we do oftentimes. Exercise number 1 today. We're going to have 8 total exercises. My recommendation is either doing these for time. That's the simplest way. Just get a timer and do them for 30 to 40 seconds. Each exercise or each side per exercise, or you can just count reps. That's good as well. So I interchange between the two. Things you want to focus on: always moving well on every single repetition. So if you don't understand something, please just ask me, send a message. What I like to do is help people learn how to do these types of routines. So always move well every single repetition, breathe well, and the nature of these is they're whole body workouts, so you can do them pretty frequently, daily, if not every other day, so they're not going to leave you beat up and sore, and they're something that you can and should do frequently. So 3 to 5 rounds, 10 to 20 reps each exercise, or each side, or 30 or 40 seconds each exercise. So number 1, we're going to do a get up, sit up. So it's the initiation and the return of the get up. So we're going to lay on our back. Kettlebell is on one side. That inside foot is nice and flat. Make sure your wrist is nice and straight to the kettlebell. Your punching knuckles are lined up with the ceiling. Our foot lines up right underneath the knee. So when we're doing our get up, sit up, the lat and the muscles around the back, or around the shoulders, stay nice and tight. Your opposite arm, the one on the same, the straight leg side, is out to about 45 degrees off your shoulder, because you're going to roll, press, and sit up, and then return back down really slow. So we're going to press the heel into the ground, roll onto the opposite lat, make sure that heel is in contact, and we're going to sit up nice and tall here. And this is where we want to put on the brakes and move slow motion, so that elbow comes to the ground. We really want to use pressure from the glute, and this cross-section line all the way to the glute from the shoulder, and return back down under control. So we'll press, sit up nice and tall. Make sure your heel is in place, you're using your glute, you're using a cross-section from the lat all the way to the glute. So nice and slow on those. Bring the belt down after your set's up. Switch sides. Wrist is nice and tight, foot is flat, legs out straight. Lats engaged. We'll press, sit up nice and tall. And as slowly as we can, bring it all back down. So this is how you start to get up. Pretty quick. And then as slowly as you can, you bring it all back down. After our get up, sit up each side, bells off to the side, we're going to do bicycle sit up. So traditionally, a lot of people will move fast with these. I call it baby waiting to be changed. We want to move slow and controlled with these. So you also want to avoid pulling on your neck. So knee comes up, opposite elbow sweeps across. So when you bring the knee up, the lower side of the obliques is working. When you bring the elbow across, once again, a cross section, those upper serratus and everything in the top section engages. So you have a diagonal cross section of tension with these. You want to inhale one side, exhale through into the rep. Another key you can, or another point of emphasis, is to lock out the quad of the straight leg, so you get a little bit more work out of those. But make sure you're rotating, make sure spine's pushing to the ground. And we breathe and move well on those. After that, arch your push-up. So you're going to move side to side with these. So setup is key. You want your palm as open as much as possible, and fingertips are spread out. Fingers are pushed out to the side on these. So it's a lateral push-up. And what you're going to do with these, line your hands up, drop down to the bottom, and go ahead and stretch your arm out as much as you can. The side that you're going to push from, that shoulder should be close to right over the hand there. So we engage our abdominals, we lift up, the arms straight, and then we just shift over to the other side. So your quads stay nice and tight. We're using a lot of tricep here, a lot of abdominals, a lot of quads. You can come up and then drop into the other one. It's much more challenging the lower that you stay with these. And just like all push-ups, you can always adopt a kneeling base, and that can help take some weight off until you build up some upper body strength to do these a little bit better. But really great bicep stretch here, and whole lot of good body tension in those archer push-ups. From there, we'll go to a bear squat, which is a really good mobility exercise, good cardio exercise, good flexibility exercise, good quad burner, knee rehab and prehabber. Toes are dug under. We can get a nice stretch through our back and spine with these. So pick a side or a phase of the exercise that you want to inhale and exhale. I like to empty my lungs when I'm down, inhale up. Most of you probably won't have the flexibility to get your heels down, so that's what we want to work on, rolling through the soles of the feet. Keep your hips forward. You can also find a lower back stretch here. Inhale up, exhale down, or vice versa, whatever's best for you to keep that breathing pattern going. But we're gonna add some bear squats after our archer push-ups. From there, we're gonna take a half tall kneeling stance. That just means one knee's down, one foot's up, one foot's flat. So we're in a half tall kneeling base. We're gonna do bottoms up, clean, and press. So the knee up side is gonna be your clean and press side. Hips are back, the bell's about a foot or so out in front of you. You're gonna back swing your bell and bring it into your bottoms up position. So your bottoms up press, you're always gonna make sure your wrist is nice and tight, your forearm, the muscles that surround the shoulder are engaged. And we're gonna press this up under as much control as we can. Make sure your glutes are engaged, abs are engaged. Bring it down under control. And we're gonna back swing it close to the body and re-clean, bottoms up, and press. So reps or time on each side of those. Good easy switch, clamp nice and tight. And just like the get-ups, we want to go slow and controlled with these, and always display that you can control the belt on those. So half tall, kneeling, bottoms up, clean and press. From there, we'll bring a standing position. I'm recovering from some sort of sciatic nerve issue here, but you can weight these. It's a single leg deadlift, so really good for balance, really good just for the whole posterior chain, abs, everything. You should always deadlift every single workout that you do. We want to make sure we get some hinging involved, but this one, a little more balance was required with it. Just like all hinges, you fold at the hip, you get parallel to the ground with your upper body and come up out of it. So just like your standard hinge. In this one, you got the airborne leg. So you want to make sure the glute stays tight, the hamstring's tight, your dorsiflex, meaning your shin is nice and tight. And ideally, you want to point this toe of the straight leg towards the heel that's on the ground. So you can do these with body weight if you're balance challenged. You can pick up weight with them. Again, I'm just rebuilding this strength, so I'd probably use a little bit of weight. But make sure you can maintain good posture, good control on those. And we'll hit each side, single leg deadlifts. You can use 2 bells on those, 1 bell body weight. Number 7, we're gonna do a squat thrust, often confused with burpees. Squat thrust offers a little more flexibility. It's a lot safer. You can breathe well on them. So we start with a wide foot stance outside your shoulders. Work on your squatting mobility. So hip, low back flexibility here versus your rounded back usually in your burpees. So our level change, we push the knees out, back's nice and straight. We inhale, palms to the ground. We walk or jump back to our push-up where we exhale, inhale, exhale. So you want to make sure that you're moving at the pace you're breathing at with these, and you get a nice stretch and some good pushing. Good legs, the upper body, some good breathing, and we can get some good cardio with it too. The last one we're going to do is a pull chin hang. I put these in workouts all the time. It just means hang on a bar. That's the minimum that you need to do with these. I'll explain pull up. Pull up is palms away. Chin up means palms facing you. So we can either work pull ups, chin ups, or my recommendation is if you're building up strength with these, just do a hollow hold from the bar. So whenever you're lining up, pull up, chin up, hanging, it doesn't matter. You always want to get your hands right over shoulders. We want to engage our lats and our scapula and make sure our abs can stay nice and tight. And minimally, we want to work on holding this, engaging the lats, because this is the precursor to both chin ups and pull ups. So a lot of variations, but the minimum is to get overhead, hang, engage your legs and your abs. You can do some pull ups. I'm kind of limited by a low ceiling here, so I'd be pulling a hanger. I got a chin-up bar upstairs. So that's your routine for today. 3 to 5 rounds. You can always do more. I would at least do 3 of these, 10 to 20 reps per side or per exercise, 30, 40 seconds. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.